Good morning, guys. Ray's Landscaping. So, today's Tuesday. It looks like it's raining. I had planned on going up to Cumming, Georgia today to get that log splitter attachment for the Bobcat. Well, I had to cancel those plans. It's the kind of thing that goes on. I had to cancel those plans because the Bobcat went down yesterday with a hydraulic leak. I got the Bobcat situated now at my house where I can actually pull the track off if I need to. Now you don't want to start working on something like that if you're not sure if you can finish, because once you take that track off, you can't move the machine. You have to make sure that you got the machine in a place where you can get good traction to be able to pull the track off. And I have taken the tracks off before off of this machine. I have actually replaced the tracks on this machine by myself, and taking the track off is it's really frustrating and difficult with just one person. So you have to keep getting in and out of the machine, but you have to use the machine sprocket to help. So I know they got videos where it's easy, but sometimes it can be easy, I guess, but sometimes it can be difficult too, especially when you got a hydraulic leak that is squirting fluid out everywhere. And that ain't a little leak, it's a big leak. And especially since you don't know, like I don't know everything I need to know about this machine. I mean, I don't have any help or anything, and so that's another thing that can really make it easier. But the kind of guys that I got working for me, they can barely blow off a yard without having issues. So to ask them to come and do some mechanical things would just be a big frustration thing for me. So I'm not going to do that. I parked the Bobcat where I could get to everything. I got it jacked up on this side, as you can see. So I want to look up. I'm going to look up in there first to make sure before I take this track off. I dread taking the track off, but it's really, it's just a methodical thing that you have to do. It's not that difficult, really. Anyway, I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, guys, so I'm definitely going to have to take the track off, because you can get to this end of the hose, but you can't get to the other end. I'm going to take the track off and see what I'm just procrastinating, y'all, and I really don't need. I need to just go on and damn buckle down and do it, because you can't see shit in there. I'm gonna get the pressure washer and squirt it up in there, but you can't see anything, man. But I know that hose is under this plate right here going into the drive motor. I'm just wondering if I could tighten that fitting up, would it stop leaking? Did it just come loose? Or is there actually something wrong with it? You see? And I don't know. If I take that off, I won't be able to move nothing. So I don't want to take that off there until I get the track off. So you got to be thinking, man. So I'm going to cut a couple pieces of this tree right here with my saw real quick and put it in here and release the valve to let the track, loosen the track up. So I'll put Hey guys, Ray's Landscaping. So after much debate and issues, with the Bobcat and that line that's leaking and all that, I think I'm going to hire somebody to fix it. I've been fooling with it this morning. I just don't have all the tools necessary to do it. I don't have the right wrenches. You got to have, 1.25-inch wrenches and all that. So I don't really feel comfortable fixing it. And I know that once I take that track off, then I'm hung up. I'm going to have to fix it then. So I went up to the hydraulic place where a buddy of mine has a hydraulic. He makes lines and rebuilds cylinders and stuff like that. And he referred me to another guy, which I didn't see online or anything. And he works on this type of stuff. So I'm going over here to his shop now and see. And just FYI, so the Bobcat dealer in my area is about 60 miles from me one way. I called the Bobcat dealer in Atlanta, and he is 5 weeks out, and he told me it would be around $800, give or take. That's unacceptable to me. Not only, the time it's going to take them, but then, the money too. If they could do it fast, then, the $800 would be doable. But if they're going to hold the machine for 5 weeks, that'd be, in the middle of January, and then I still have to pay, $800 or $900. I think if I'm left with that option and only that option, then I'll do it myself. So anyway, we got so sometimes you have to use your contacts and stuff and build relationships with over the years. To find better solutions to issues you may have, especially when it comes to equipment. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a better situation, but it's already it's 15 minutes from my house as opposed to an hour and 20 minutes one way. So that's already a positive. My buddy at the hydraulic place, he raves about how good the guy is. It's another thing. So we'll see what they're going to charge. I'm not going to tell him what the Bobcat place is going to charge, but we will definitely, I'm going to stop by there and talk to him and see what he says. If he can stay, I don't know, $600 or less, that would be probably what I would do. So I don't know that yet. I don't know that as of right now, but we'll see. Like I said, anything more than $600, then I'm probably going to attempt to try it myself. And if I can't, then I'll bring it to this guy. See, I didn't want to attempt to try it myself if the only option was to take it to Atlanta to the Bobcat dealer. If that was my only option, I did not want to, I didn't want to even fool with it at all. I just want to load it on a trailer and take it. But 5 weeks out, it's just not going to get it. So I'm fixing to pull up to this guy's shop and yeah, and see what's happening. This is Ray, and I'll let you know. Hey guys, so I talked to the guy over here, and yeah, it sounds really good. He told me right around $400 to $500, and he could do it tomorrow. You know, so this shows you, and he seems very qualified. They had a lot of machines there. I ride by that business all the time, and I've always wondered what they do there, because I always see, you know, equipment there, and I thought it was a tree service headquarters or something. But this is all he does. So he's an older guy, well established. So I feel real good about it. I feel good about the money. Well, I would have paid more money. It's really more about the downtime. So I'm going home now, and I'm going to load the machine up and take it to him today, and I'll probably get it back tomorrow. Problem solved. So all the frustration, anguish, and not knowing, it's all gone now. So you know, it's just a part of being a business for yourself. You know, you can't get too frustrated and make moves that you shouldn't make. So what I'm gonna do is I don't have to fool with it. I'll give him $500 and he'll fix the machine. And all I'm gonna do is go back home now and pour all that damn hydraulic fluid in the machine and get it up on the trailer. That's my goal, and get it ready to bring down here. It is 9 miles from my house, y'all. Now, this guy does not advertise. He doesn't, he's not on Google or anything. So, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, use your contacts. You know, my contacts being, you know, the hydraulic hose guy, where he builds, you know, he makes hydraulic lines for me, him, and just having a relationship with all these people, you know, having a dialogue with them when you go in there, and not crying about how much they're charging and all of that, you know, because, you know, them giving me this guy's number and location, you know, that's worth maintaining the contact, you know. So it's all good now. It's all gonna work out. It was gonna work out anyway, just so you know. But now I feel better about letting somebody else that knows what they're doing. And come to find out, he actually owns a T190 Bobcat. So in my business, and in the business that I'm in and trying to get deeper in, being the Bobcat world, the skid steer machinery type world, it's critical to know guys like this, y'all. I mean, critical. He could have a machine for sale at some point. He could fix anything that goes wrong with my machine, and that's the hardest thing for me to being in this business so young. That's hard, man, because you gotta know that things can be fixed, and that there are people close by that can fix them. You know, then it's just about money. Well, you know, I'm good at making money. I can make money and let somebody else do some of this stuff. Now, if it was a simple fix, I probably would have fixed it. But considering I got to get in and out of the cab, and it's under the cab, and I can't run the machine, and blah, 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 I'm afraid I'm going to burn the pump up trying to, you know, trying to get it to do what it do. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling really good, y'all. So, anyway, this is Happy Ray, and I'll catch up with you guys.